Welcome to your Movement by Design, where we focus on the thoracic spine, your shoulder blades, your shoulders, and your arms. With this first movement, we're performing it for 30 seconds. What it's called is scapula elevation and depression, but our layman's term can just simply be called shoulder shrugs. You'll notice your shoulder blades, your arms will rise together up near your ears, and you'll slowly lower them down back to a gentle resting position. Next, this is a simple side view for you to view the arms moving forwards and backwards, where your shoulder blades, or in other words scapula, are moving outwards and inwards. Notice how the arms go forwards. That means the shoulder blades are going outward away from the spine, while when the arms go backwards, your shoulder blades are moving in together. You should be feeling a contraction of the mid-back and possibly the chest muscles. Next, we're going to move into shoulder horizontal abduction and adduction. In layman's terms, we're calling this the arm raise and lower. You'll notice the arms are straight, your body, your posture is standing up tall, and this is a smooth movement pattern. Try to move your arms as high as they can go in a pain-free range of motion, and then bringing them down together into what we call the midline. Next, you can bend your elbows to 90 degrees. The focal point here is to keep your wrist straight and neutral, noticing that as your arms raise, your elbows and upper arm is parallel to the floor. You're having a 90-degree shoulder position and a 90-degree elbow position. You'll feel your shoulder muscles working as you raise, and you might feel your lat muscles contracting as your arms come in. Next, we're keeping our elbows bent to that 90-degree position, and we're rotating our forearms. This is called forearm supination and pronation. Here's a side view showing the same movement, so you might get a better idea of how your arms can move or your forearms can move in full range of motion. Next, we're moving on to what we would call shoulder rotations. Inside of the socket, you'll feel the movement occur. Here's a side view of the same exercise, and in layman's terms, we call these the ScareCrows. One ideal point here is to keep your elbows at 90 degrees, and you'll see one of the challenges is to keep your wrist as neutral or straight as possible. Next, it's the same movement, however, all we do is alternate. So one arm goes up and back, and the other goes down and back. Keep the movement smooth and in control while you're standing up tall, focusing on your inhale and exhale. Great job. Here we have a straight arm shoulder socket rotation. The goal here is to keep your arms slightly lower than the 90-degree angle at the shoulders. This is approximately about 75 to 80 degrees at your shoulders. Arms are straight, and we're combining a few movements that we've already performed here. Next, we're going to try to relax the shoulders a bit from all of the movement that we've performed so far. Here you'll notice this is also a combination of a few movements you've done previously. Here you are raising your shoulders up, you're bringing your shoulder blades together, downward and back forward. Continuous movement for 30 seconds. Here we have a side view of shoulder extension and shoulder flexion. The goal here is to keep your core stable, your spine neutral, starting off with a limited range of motion. See how high you can raise your arms and how far back your arms can go. Every day may be a little different, but notice, work to your body's extent in a pain-free range of motion. Here you'll see a front view of the same exercise. Here we have a bent elbow at 90 degrees again. The goal here is by contracting your mid-back muscles, you'll feel your shoulder blades come together and your arms will rotate outward. As your shoulder blades move away from one another, your hands and arms will move inward. This is called shoulder internal and external rotation. Here and finally, we have an alternating shoulder flexion and extension. You performed this movement once before, but both arms were moving together. Here, we're simply trying to alternate your arms, giving you a little challenge and a little different feel. Great job.